carbs automatically raise insulin. And while that's technically true, sometimes there's a little bit more nuance to it. Certain foods that contain carbs can help to lower insulin. In fact, some of them actually improve insulin sensitivity. These aren't your usual low-carb staples like steak and eggs. Today I'm going to share 5 surprising foods that actually lower insulin, even though they contain carbohydrates. And make sure to watch the whole thing because I'm pretty sure number 3 is going to surprise you. If you're new here, my name's Kait. I'm a nutritionist who specializes in insulin resistance and blood sugar control. I have helped hundreds of clients reverse insulin resistance, PCOS, and diabetes naturally. And it isn't always about avoiding carbs entirely. Some of them are different than others. But don't worry, we're going to talk about all that in today's video. Now, of course, not all carbs are created equal. Processed carbs like bread, pasta, and soda will spike insulin quickly. But certain whole foods contain natural compounds like antioxidants, fiber, and polyphenols that actually improve how your body responds to insulin. So when we're talking about reversing insulin resistance, it's not about cutting every single carb out of your diet. Yes, eating lower carb can definitely help to improve insulin sensitivity, but not everyone has to be that extreme. You can still get results while eating carbs, but you need to understand which ones are going to work for your body and not against it. And that's what this list is all about. So let's get into food number 1, which is beets. And this one surprises a lot of people because beets taste pretty sweet. Most assume anything that's sweet will spike blood sugar and raise insulin. But beets are packed with nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. And this matters because nitric oxide helps your blood vessels relax and improves blood flow. But more importantly for insulin resistance, it helps your muscles absorb glucose more efficiently. This means instead of sugar hanging around in your bloodstream, your muscles pull it in and use it for energy. Beets also contain compounds that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, 2 big drivers of insulin resistance. So yes, beets do taste a little sweet, but they can actually help to improve your metabolic health and improve your insulin resistance. Food number 2 is blueberries. And this is one of my favorite foods to recommend to clients. Blueberries are rich in powerful antioxidants that give them their dark blue color. Research shows that these antioxidants improve insulin sensitivity by helping your muscle cells absorb glucose more efficiently. In one study, people who ate blueberries every day actually improved their insulin sensitivity in just 6 weeks without changing anything else about their diet. That's huge for just adding in one food and not even taking anything out. So while blueberries do contain natural sugar, they don't behave the same way as, say, candy or juice. The combination of fiber and antioxidants actually works in your favor. Blueberries are the perfect example of how you don't need to fear fruit if you have insulin resistance. You just have to choose the right ones. Food number 3 is cantaloupe. And this one, like I said, might surprise some people. Most people think that melons are just sugar and water, but cantaloupe is actually one of the richest sources of inositol. If you've been around my channel for a while, if you've watched any of my videos, you've probably heard me speak about this nutrient. Inositol is a compound that acts a lot like B vitamin in the body, and it plays a huge role in insulin signaling. Basically, it helps your cells respond better to insulin, which is exactly what we want when we're trying to reverse insulin resistance. Now, this is especially important for women with PCOS, which is driven by insulin resistance. Studies show that inositol supplementation improves ovarian function, lowers excess testosterone, and can restore ovulation, all by improving insulin sensitivity. Now here's the catch. While cantaloupe and other foods do contain a little bit of inositol, it's not a huge dose. And that's why studies show that higher doses through supplements can be so beneficial. One of my favorite options for supplementing is Sowell Health Synced Inositol. It's specifically designed for women with PCOS and people with insulin resistance. And the best part is you can get 10% off with code KAIT10. So yes, you can enjoy cantaloupe and get a little bit of inositol and experience the benefits. But if you're really looking for a therapeutic effect, try an inositol supplement. And inositol has a lot of other benefits as well. Food number 4 is dark chocolate. Again, this one might surprise you. I bet you didn't expect chocolate to make the list. But here's the thing. High-quality dark chocolate is packed with flavonols and magnesium, both of which support insulin sensitivity. The flavonols increase nitric oxide production, just like we talked about with beets, which helps your muscles absorb glucose. Magnesium is also crucial for blood sugar regulation, and most people don't get enough. Now, I do need to be clear here, we're not just talking about any chocolate, we're talking about specifically probably 85% or higher. You don't want milk chocolate with a lot of added sugar. A couple squares of dark chocolate can actually improve insulin sensitivity and satisfy a sweet craving without sending your blood sugar through the roof. And finally, food number 5 is pumpkin. This one's really surprising because most people only really think of pumpkin in the context of lattes and pies. Pumpkin is naturally sweet, but it's also rich in polysaccharides that have been shown to lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity. It's also high in fiber, beta-carotene, and antioxidants, all of which can help to regulate metabolism. The key is to eat pumpkin in whole food form, not through sugary desserts. Roasted pumpkin, pumpkin soup, or even unsweetened pumpkin puree and baking can give you all the benefits without the sugar overload. So even though pumpkin is technically a starchy carb, it behaves a little bit differently in the body. It is certainly a better option than refined carbs like pasta and bread. Now, before we wrap up, let's quickly recap the 5 foods so you don't forget them. Number 1 is beets, number 2, blueberries, number 3, cantaloupe, number 4, dark chocolate, and number 5, pumpkin. The big takeaway is that not all carbs are bad. There are some nutrients that are in foods that are higher in carbs that can be beneficial for insulin resistance. And when you choose these kind of carbs instead of refined ones, you're giving your body tools to reverse insulin resistance, not make it worse. Now, I want to hear from you guys. How many of these foods do you eat regularly? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you go, don't forget to check out So Well Health's inositol. I'll put that link in the description box down below as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!